A journey of 1,000 miles, a wise man said, starts with one step. It is practically not possible to move from not having anything to wealth overnight. It may happen, but it seldom happens. Most of the time, how wealth is created or how something major is created is by one level after another. We shall be talking about the 5 levels of wealth. So we'll just jump right into it. The first level of wealth is called financial stability. And you can also call it establishing income streams. So what I mean by stability is you're able to meet your basic needs. That is rent, food, maybe school fees. So you're staying afloat. That's what we call stability. Now, I want to give you the key indicators that you have gotten stable financially, because getting a job and being able to cut your bills doesn't mean you're stable. So the number one indicator, you have developed a habit of saving money and you're not carrying any credit card balance or overdrafts. If you're carrying any credit card balance or overdraft, it means you're using your future to pay your bills. That's not stability. Stability means that you're being able to pay your bills comfortably. You're not even feeling strained about it or hurt about it. You're just being able to operate on the optimum. You're just on the edge. But this financial stability, even as you pay your bills, it should be accompanied by the next step, which we shall see, so that you are not finding yourself on the first level every now and then. So the second indicator, I said the first indicator is you have developed a money habit of saving and investing. So first, you are able to pay your bills. Number 2, you have developed a habit of saving and investing. Number 3, you already spend way below what you're earning. Not just below, just way below what you're earning. And then number 4 indicator, and the last one is you're not carrying any unhealthy debt. Even if you have debt, it's something that is creating another income for you. So those are the few indicators, and some statistics show that, and this may come out strong, and it's a reality on the ground, so it needs to be said. 60% of the population globally are not able to come up with $1,000 in short notice. Actually, let me add one more step to this first step. You have 6 months or to 1 year of your expenses saved up in an investment fund. That means you're stable. So if anything happens to your job, you'll still be able to pay your bills. And we normally say it takes you 6 months to 1 year to be able to gain stability again. So that statistics, as shocking as it is, if people are told to gather somewhere and come with $1,000, you'll be shocked. 60% of that population will not be able to do that. I hope as we do this journey, you'll be able to move from one side to another, and hopefully to the 40% that can do that. So the next level of financial, 5 levels of wealth, number 2 level is financial strategy. So after you've stabilized and you're being able to pay your bills, you now have put in place a strategy. Like, I have a percentage that goes to invest in this sector, and then you have a goal plan. We call it a financial plan that is guiding you every month. You have a template that is guiding you every month. Now, the key indicators, when someone is in strategy, it means you live below your means, just like the first level. Number 2, you're able to invest at least 25% to 30% of your income. If you're being able to do that per month, invest. By investing, I mean anything other than your current vocation. It means that that's a very huge indicator that you're reaching the strategy level. You have, number 1, you have been able to meet all your bills. Number 2, you have a strategy that, like a financial plan. Number 3, you're being able to save at least 25 to 30%. And number 4, your finances are on autopilot. You have automated your financial life. Like when money comes in, you don't have to run helter-skelter to do your bills. You've already come up with a template. And the last one, you are using forced scarcity to your advantage. Let me explain what forced scarcity is. you never hold any liquid cash in the bank. Idle cash in the bank means anything could happen to that money. And actually, let me mention here, you don't get to do nothing with your money, because if you do nothing with your money in the bank, it will be eroded by inflation, number one, and it will also be eroded by bank charges. So you can't sit there and say you have money in the bank. So in this level of strategy, you have already mastered the way of sweeping your money from the bank, but not spending it. You have invested it into vehicles that are generating you income. Now, our third level of financial, 5 levels of wealth, is the financial security. So at this level, we say that you're securing not only your present, but the future, and also the future of the ones that are coming after you. Now, the key indicators: you don't sweat small things like food doesn't worry you, house rent. Small things don't come across like an emergency. You've already taken care of that. And the winning indicators are: you have plan A, plan B, plus plan C, plan D in terms of your finances. Those are channels of income. You have A, B, C to whatever level. You have various channels of income. You don't feel squeezed. That's another indicator. You don't feel squeezed to pay bills or to pay extra every other month. You already took care of the big stuff at the beginning, so this time you're only dealing with the big, with the small stuff. Small stuff, rather. Let me rephrase that. Small stuff. You don't sweat the small stuff. No, you're dealing with the big stuff, which is financial security. You want to know, if you're not you're not there, if you're not around, what will happen to your next of kin? Those are the things you think when you're in financial security. And then in this level, you find yourself, you want to give more to foundations, to charities. You have holiday homes and luxury cars. So we call this level, it's like a very few steps to the financial freedom. So the fourth level of wealth now is the financial freedom. At financial freedom, just like the word suggests, you're free. You don't have to work another day of your life to be able to meet your expenses or to cater for your loved ones or even for their future. You have managed to set up portfolios, various portfolios, and we'll talk about these portfolios in the future, in a future episode. What are some of the portfolios that you can have to cater for these various levels of finance? So key indicators on this financial freedom. Actually, the number one thing about financial freedom is you are in the level where you get to do what you want, when you want, in whatever way you want it, because money doesn't matter anymore. So you have ability to pay for your current and future needs. Number 2, it's an aspiration to do now big things. You're now challenging yourself to do big things like world travel. You want income replacement. You want to win yourself from your daily income. Actually, the job you do, you're doing it for fun. You're not doing it because you need to pay the bills. And then you have built a way of generating passive income, money that is organically creating itself without your presence. So these are the various winning indicators. And then we have the last level of wealth, which is financial abundance. This is usually like the top of the pyramid. And those people who are here, definitely they have conquered money. And money doesn't matter anymore. So the first thing you have is you are now thinking in this financial abundance, you're thinking about estate planning, trust funds, succession. How will my wealth be divided when I'm gone? You're thinking more like afterlife. You're looking into structuring your estate in a way that now the generations after you will be able to carry on the baton. And why this level is very important is because we've had stories, and I've had stories where people had wealthy folks, but when those folks are not anymore, the wealth is devoured and destroyed, and those people go back to poverty. So a good financial guru or mutin or someone who wants to ensure that this is generation, you come up with a succession plan and you train your kids. The Bible says that you train your kids in the way they shall go, because when they grow up, they will never change. So you train people, you mentor people. That succession plan is very important because this level can return people to where they came from in another generation. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, just like I enjoyed creating it. And I thank you very much for staying up to the end. Remember, you can find all this information in our podcast on all streaming platforms. We also have a website, www.wealthhubempire.com. And you can also find us on YouTube, this channel, subscribe. And then also you can find us on IG, you can find us on Facebook, and that information will be readily available to you. Listen and re-listen to all our podcasts and grow with us. With those few remarks, thank you for watching and God bless you.